John Witherspoon, an actor and comedian who was best known for his role in the Friday movie franchise and also seen on television series including The Wayans Bros and The Tracy Morgan Show. Due in part to the late comedy actor's need for rent money, one of John Witherspoon's most iconic roles came to be. Witherspoon, who was born in 1942 in Detroit, passed away unexpectedly after a lengthy career of portraying gruff but endearing characters with working-class backgrounds similar to his own. The actor, who continued to work up until the day of his death, was remarkably adept at capturing the difficulties and humor that his characters encountered. He had been performing stand-up for years when director Reginald Hudlin asked him to make a cameo appearance in the 1990 comedy House Party, which starred the hip-hop group Kid and Play. Although Witherspoon had been acting since the late 1970s, House Party served as the film that really cemented his reputation as the cantankerous black father of Hollywood. He embraced his role as a House Party employee, yelling at rowdy teens with melodrama and crude humor. "Hey, quit making all that noise. I told the kids as I spotted them coming out. Hey, I paid $15,000 for this house, and I ain't spending that much to hear all this noise." During an interview in 2012, Witherspoon recounted, "Who is standing there? Who is hosting that event? Who is enemying the public? A public enema is what?" Witherspoon expanded the incident for humorous effect and his own ends by riffing on the name of the infamous rat group. A scenario he improvised with his on-screen wife earned him additional screen time and money. "It was a wise decision," he remarked. "So I get some more money to pay my rent." Regardless of her financial motivations, Witherspoon understood that the film's standout moment was her vehement denunciation of the raucous House Party adolescents. The actor's ability to humorously portray paternal annoyance became a signature of almost all of his portrayals. Witherspoon channeled the weary candor of neighborhood elders in her roles as the working-class father of David Alan Grier's white-collar nerd, Gerard, in Boomerang, or the kitchen supervising father of Ice Cube's shiftless protagonist, Craig, in the cult film Friday. That similar blend of wit and wisdom is being cited by many as they consider Witherspoon's life and work as relatives, past co-stars, and fans respond to the news of his passing. They knew him as Pops, a moniker that stuck around even after he ceased portraying that role on the sitcom The Wayans Bros. One day after adding a fresh video to his Cooking for Poor People YouTube series, Witherspoon passed away. John Witherspoon, one of the hardest working men in show business, passed away at his Sherman Oaks home at the age of 77. The family added, "He was a legend in the entertainment industry, and a father figure to all who watched him over the years," in a tweet that was sent from Witherspoon's account. "We love you, Popey, as always and forever." Many of the performers who collaborated with Witherspoon made mention of his sage advice as part of their tributes. "My grandfather and father are my humorous role models. I cherish you, Spoons." The actor Regina King, who co-starred with him in Friday and The Boondocks, tweeted, "Rest in paradise, King." On Instagram, Marlon Wayans, who portrayed Witherspoon's son on The Wayans Bros, said he is extremely grateful to God that I got to spend 5 years of my life working with one of the funniest, sweetest, wisest, humblest loving man, my Tave dad, and my mentor and my friend. The Roots drummer and DJ Questlove succinctly put into words the familiarity of Witherspoon's comedic material. "John Witherspoon resonated with every last one of us because he represented someone in our family, embarrassing us at gatherings, Boomerang, misrepresenting our generation's heroes, Public Enema, making a jingle about pretty much everything, Grandpa on Boondocks, the neighborhood wino." Public Enema was introduced to audiences through House Party, but Witherspoon's breakthrough performance occurred in Friday a few years later. 2 sequels, Next Friday and Friday After Next, were produced as a result of the Gary Gray-directed original movie. As Mr. Jones, Witherspoon frequently used physical humor to express his annoyance with his son's shenanigans. Mr. Jones chewed loudly on his grapes after discovering Craig munching in the kitchen while making little contribution to the home. He made a show of spraying air freshener to mask the smell as he ignored his son's obvious pain as he brought Craig into the bathroom to provide some guidance. Witherspoon's boisterous humor and maternal instincts transferred well into different media. Later, The Boondocks, the animated Adult Swim series based on Aaron McGruder's comic strip, benefited from the actor's expressive voice. Witherspoon portrayed the irascible granddad, the patriarch of the Freemans, a black family that relocates to a comparatively wealthy, predominantly white suburb throughout the 4 seasons of the show. Granddad was strict and caring at the same time. He advised the boisterous and outspoken kids Huey and Riley, both voiced by Regina King, to stay out of trouble while also providing for them when they needed it. In a previous interview, Witherspoon discussed his role on the show, which he was anticipated to reprise in the upcoming relaunch, and he said that much of his language was improvised. That's what we would do. We would tape it, and then tape it my way. Witherspoon's performances were indeed gifted, in that he frequently raised productions when given the freedom to do things his way. That's it for today's video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon for future updates.